learn from laughter. When it come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and ain't my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw it blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no off. You better call back up. Don't really need down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Okay, Coach, so the snow and rain have stayed out of the forecast, but we're in for a cold afternoon at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns.
Come on, fellas.
Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check.
Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Chubb on first down, no room to roam as he struggles just to get back to the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
180! Alert, alert! Alert, alert! You ain't doing nothing.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Watch out!
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? Seibert's kick is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Right there.
50. Come.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. Juju Smith-Schuster, the target once again. And it's second down.
In your face.
44.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Bravo.
53.
Hey.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
Blue, first down. Block it, sir.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds Safarian-Jenkins. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
56.
Hey, dude.
Right there. 56.
No spacing.
56 the mic, boys. 56.
No foul.
Here's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. A run for Nick Chubb. A tough running, but not a ton to show for it. They stop him shy of the 25. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Mayfield to throw it. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Check 31.
Monday.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
And the Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Browns 3.
All right, now. Black 20.
Stop your bonnet.
8.
Right back to Connor here on 1st. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is Connor. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Middle.
Mike 29.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
They hand off to their big tight end. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Good. 180. Regular.
Mike 50, Mike.
From the gun, Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. It's a big play there for the Browns. And even 50 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A good run by Chubb on 1st down as he'll get about 6 yards there. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there. Of course you're going to give it to him.
And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on fourth down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on fourth down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On second down, Connor looking for space. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometime. Here's Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
On first down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
They go play action. Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. Good spot on the field to go for it, kind of no man's land as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Final play of the half, Mayfield to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They trail by 3, and they just got 3 yards to start the third quarter. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
152 fighter. Nicker, 66.
Brings up second
Jack 15.
and 7 at the
Let's face it.
39-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Hey, check 20.
Alert, alert.
24. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Black and turn.
Again, it's Connor. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
180.
56, right there, 56.
Go, go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Topper.
Shift.
Middle.
Check. Motion to backfield. Motion to the backfield. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
50.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Black, what's up?
On first down, it's Connor. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Easy.
35-yard line.
Mike, number 53.
Alert, alert.
Rip right, rip right. One switch.
Black, what's up?
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mack Wilson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Kill.
Show that bench release and go.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, echo.
I got you, boy. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. I got him. Kill.
50.
Kill.
Why they press?
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
180. Hey, alert.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Pittsburgh. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mayfield on play action. Ball going deep here for Taylor. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. The CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 24. Check 24. Check 24.
Hey, alert.
Jim.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, 7.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger got an open man. It's Washington. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger trying to lay one up deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Bucky Hodges, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Alert. 50.
Mike 56. Mike 56.
The drive will start with Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
56 to Mike, boys. Check 56. Pick me up. Here we go.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Roethlisberger now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down.
Snickers.
53, Mike.
44.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Now Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Jack 16.
Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
Quarter.
Hey, Delta.
53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Double bump.
Here we go, G.
Roethlisberger will throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll run here with Connor, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
No spacing.
56. Let's go, defense. Our time.
Hey, Charlie.
56 to Mike.
Why they say?
Check 56.
Take both of them.
Bandit. Whip. Watch the whip.
Roethlisberger gonna throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. They'll try to surge ahead with Connor. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now fourth and goal. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
A 43-yard attempt.
And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within 1 score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Hurry.
Mike 50. Hey.
Point it right.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's Mayfield. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that takes us from second to third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Landry, the intended target. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back.